Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV as Moravia was grown a bit because we integrated our vassal Salzburg here. We're still going for the Great Moravia achievement, which of course means we have to take some land from Poland, Hungary and Austria, and probably like one province more from Bohemia. We are currently in a war against Saxony, who used to be our ally and no longer is anymore, of course. And the war is not going as great as I wanted it to be. These guys were actually showed to be very, very strong and got more troops there than I assumed there would be, especially since I crushed the Nassauian stack immediately at the beginning of the war, and still they have quite a few troops. That said, our friends enemies, once again, keep confusing these things, in Brunswick should really be very close to wanting out of this war. They actually want out now. Okay, and since I don't want to fight their troops, I think this is Brunswickian troops here, these 8,000, I will just tell them to leave. And they're out. Question is, how close is Nassau to being out? If we could also get them out, would be very nice. They are very unwilling to leave at the moment. That probably means that, I mean, I could go here and siege Nassau. And I'm just going to stand on it for a second and see what happens. But I think that's not going to be enough to get them out. So for peace, no. It's pretty close though. Impressive. So if we took Nassau, we could definitely force them out, obviously, because we will have all their land. But I feel that waiting for a siege to happen while they keep sieging my land over here is not a good idea. I already lost a 7% siege on Frankfurt, which really annoyed me, which we got back apparently because it was occupied by Brunswick. That's actually pretty cool. Still, I don't want that to happen again. And I'm not saying the AI cheats with this, but it does feel like the AI cheats on sieges a lot. Again, I don't believe it's necessarily actually the case, but it does very much feel like it. So what's happening here? You guys are sitting in woods. I'm not going to fight you in woods. I will fight you not in hills either. Would fight you in Pilsen. That would be fine. I will fight you defensively in woods. That's also fine. Saxony, unfortunately, is woods. Really need you to sit down on a fort again, or I need you to just let me siege down Nassau here. I guess I'm going to go for that now. The fort is going to take back Oberlausitz here. This siege was unnecessary. Can take some tech. Oh, I can finally take the new military tech. That's good. We get a bunch of things. Cavalry fire, infantry shock. Very helpful. We were behind on tech against one of these people. Now we're no longer that. Rival of our rival completed. Austria likes us again. That's good, because we did some things that made them like us a lot less. And this should be a fight that we're happy to take here in Frankfurt at... yeah, they're running. They know that it was a mistake to stay there, but they're not getting away. You're not getting away from me. Bam. Still lost quite a few troops. But now we should definitely be able to siege out Nassau here. Unless they get super lucky again. Mainz joining in trade leagues. That means they got reduced to one province. Not quite interested in leaving. But you have a tiny fort here, so I can... Forgot I had mercs. I do have some mercs now. That's a new addition to our force. And mercs are gonna do what mercs do best. Hang around and siege stuff. While the rest of me, I don't know, sits in Frankfurt? Sure. Gained humiliated rival against Pomerania because our truce ended, sure. Poor gold mine being occupied. Actually, if that's the amount of troops you have running around, then I'll swap out the generals anyway, because I'm sure I don't have the siege general in charge of the siege. Nope. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do a reorganize and put everything to the siege guy. Get the other guy out. And then have my 18 stack try to deal with these guys who are trying to carpet siege my lands, which, yeah, not a thing. Not accepting carpet sieges. Not very tolerant of carpet sieges, you could say. Hey, they immediately got a war breach again and are already at 7%. I might just lose Prague here, which would be very unfortunate. It's not that I'd lose me the war, but it would be very annoying to take back and would put ton of devastation into a very important province. So I'm very happy if I can stop them from doing that right now. Shift consolidate our troops to have the most powerful troops in the center and try to throw them out of Prague, which is gonna work. It's gonna work. Yes. Killed 9,000, lost 5. Good. Let's take back my land here. I could take Ansbach if I wanted to. Ansbach? Nassau. Are you a province? 9 development and copper. Copper is really strong. Kind of afraid to leave these guys alone over there. I think I'm going to do this. Copper's really strong trade good. It is probably in a different node. It is in a node that I don't really trade in at the moment, so it's not that important. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, but they don't seem to be happy to fight me just yet. Austria marriage is ended. I think this war is going to be the time that we test out whether we can... Oh, what are you doing? I don't like this idea of yours. Where we test out whether we can, while allied to Austria, just core things without the Emperor asking for it back. They should work that way. We have Bavarian separatists, actually. Haven't had rebels in a while, and I'm actually surprised now that I get separatists. How many are you going to be? 14,000. It's not the worst number. It's probably not worth to increase autonomy for that. I think I'm just going to crunch them when they come. Unfortunately, it's going to be here in Resno, which is... No, it's farmlands. It's fine. It's fine. So I plan to... Yes, they're going to take my gold mine once again. Maybe I should have a fort in my gold mine. That's annoying. Truth of Denmark has ended. They're really sitting on Prague again. I'm willing to throw you out of Prague once more. As often as necessary. And we should be doing something with our diplomats. So one of you I'm gonna send to deal with outraged countries. Because I plan on taking land, and that always helps. And the other one, I need more claims on Bohemia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So build spy network on Bohemia. Won the siege of Nassau. So what do we do to Nassau? Get a diplomat back. Clever boy. So for peace. I could just take it, but that would form a coalition. Not the most important of coalitions, but I'd rather take Saxon land, I think, to be more sort of consolidated with my land here. I could vassalize Nassau. But what do I want Nassau as a vassal for? That doesn't really seem useful. We're just gonna go war reps, the usual. War reps, force, religion, give me your money. Stop being allied to Saxony. And give me a bunch of prestige by ending your rivalry to these guys. To Aachen, sure. And end your alliance to Nuremberg. Like that. And they're out. And these guys are running. As they should. And they're left with one stack behind that just died. It's nice, of course. Why are you... Whoa. Standing in the one province that you really shouldn't be standing in. This bouncing around is very annoying. How much siege do they have? 1 siege pip. So I guess I do need a siege stack on there. Are you the siege? You are the siege general. So you want to go to Sachsen. And I'll leave a couple of people with you. And then send the rest and try to deal with the Frankfurt again. It's really weird that I won't ever be able to get those conversions done for the H objective. Need 3 more. Simply because we keep getting everything converted by the centers of reformation. Maybe if you take a giant chunk of land somewhere at some point, but it's really hard to take giant chunks of land if you are in the HRE. As in, pretty much impossible. Well, I can take it, but then everybody's gonna come and kill you. And I misjudged the numbers here. And I assume I'm at my force limit. I'm not quite. Guess I might as well go 1 over my force limit here. Just so I can start that siege. Because these guys are needed over here to throw out the enemy out of Frankfurt with my terrible general, but it's better to do it with a terrible general than not throwing them out at all. Korn Resno, good. Mediocre fight. It's okay, I guess. So where would you run? It's actually interesting. Let's try to chase them now. I don't really see where they would be running. Lose stability. Sword is stronger than the book. I disagree. Well, if the book is the Bible, I assume it's supposed to be the Bible. Let's crunch these guys, maybe? Maybe get a stack wipe? Nah, probably not. Yes. Excellent. Now you're done. Yeah, that's the way I want you to walk, sure. But you can also give me these guys to go here. Oh, I'm winning that, but that looked scary. Actually had a unit pop there, who's now gonna die. There. So this is too many, obviously. I only need... how much? 10 units. So this. Let's just walk this way. Got most of these things done. You guys don't need to walk all the way. I think you can meet up here. Because I'm gonna need you to crush the Bavarian rebels in a minute. Oh, it would be nice if they fired on these France people here. What's France doing here? At war with Palatinate Austria and Hungary. Ooh, Austria. Oh, because Austria is defending probably the Palatinate from French invasion and failing horribly. It's fine by me. It's not fine by me is that there's actual troops in here. You can have a leader. Of course I don't have my siege leader on the siege, why would I? Poland is no longer great power. How are we doing great power level? Not too shabby. Started to get there. Fortunately, France left. Really wanted France to kill those rebels for me. Would have been sweet. Come on, you actually gonna be able to run? Not for long, though. Ah, you did get a morale take back, so you might actually be able to run again, and you will. But now I should be able to get you. It's almost like playing Crusader Kings. In that I have to bounce my units around, or enemy units around, a couple of times. So, tech. What's this tech? Nope, not gonna be tech, not. I am focused on military, right? I'm just a terrible military ruler? Oh, I'm not anymore. I used to be. I'm not anymore. That's okay then. At least there's one good thing about my ruler dying early is that we can now actually have military power. And we have an age thing. Prestige per development from missionary would be nice, but since we're never converting anything, because the centers of trade, centers of reformation are doing all that, I don't really care. Institution spread, meh. Ship trade power, I don't have ships. Merc discipline is sure, it's nice. War score cost versus other religions, I think that's what we want. Blockade impact on siege is also great because you get it for free in inland territories, just +1 bonus on the siege. But war score cost, actually no, war score cost has never been the issue. Aggressive expansion is the issue. So let's take the siege thing. And I think, unless they fix that, yes, we now get +1 progress from the blockade, quote-unquote blockade. We can gain professionalism at the cost of devastation in Sachsen and some ducats. That's pretty cool. Do that, which is terrible. Or what's this? We gain a bunch of ducats, lose professionalism. No, let's just get that professionalism. Lose some ducats. Call for peace. Call for peace. So what would we want out of this war? And what could we take? We did just screw up Sachsen, but... And everybody would be unhappy with us taking Sachsen. That's just too many people in the coalition, so that's not a thing. Oberlausitz. It's just Pomerania. Who cares? So that's fine. Leipzig. Do we have a truce with anybody? We have a truce with Saxony for sure, and Bohemia. We should have a truce with Bohemia, and we do not actually. We have Brunswick, Milan, Aachen, Ragusa, and Nassau. None of which are on this list. So it would be only Saxony, which would be truced, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So there would be a coalition. Which I don't want, obviously. Oberlausitz, are you part of one of my states? You're not. And you're only 7 development, you're not particularly important. Leipzig, on the other hand, is 11 development, also not particularly great, but the same state as Vogtland here. Sachsen is pretty big, that's why we get all the aggressive expansion from it. And that's it. We have super high unrest right now, and the devastation that we caused there. If we just took Sachsen... If we just took Sachsen, would still be really bad coalition, so that's not happening. So what if we just did like this? Pomerania, Mainz, and the Palatinate, and they would all drop off very soon, and 3 people is not enough for a coalition, so I should be able to do this. And grab a bunch of other things, like war reps, obviously. Do I want your trade power? Kinda do. And some money? Sure. So I'm doing this, I'm assuming that because I'm allied to Austria, who's the emperor, right? Yes. I do not get a call to return the land. That may be wrong, they may have changed this. Let's see. And they immediately popped some rebels on me. I'm gonna run from that fight as soon as I can. If I can. Battle of Sachsen. I don't want to fight for Sachsen. You can have all the rebels you want. Yeah, I lost. So, core the things. Manpower needs to recover, yeah. Wouldn't I love that, but I don't love the idea of having so much peace. Improving... No, I need, like, claims on Bohemia, right? Who is in a coalition against whom? Against the Papal State. What did you do, Papal State? Oh, wow. Provence, Bohemia, Austria, Switzerland, Ulm, Memmingen, Genoa, Milan, and Montferrat. I think I'm gonna end my alliance to you. You're allied to France and the Commonwealth. Oh, Poland, Lithuania is now the Commonwealth. I don't know. I don't know. How do you think about allying me, France? You don't like me. That can be changed. And your rival... No, rival things make that impossible. How about the Ottoman? You don't like me, rivalry things, bah. So Castile? Nope. Is there anybody around here that would be interested in me as an ally? Because I have a papal state to get rid of. Brunswick, who I was just at war with. And then Sweden. Sweden is actually not terrible. Who are your enemies? You're allied to England and Novgorod, so you're probably rival to Denmark, Muscovy, and the Livonians. So I might be called into a thing against Muscovy, which would be unfortunate. On the other hand, how powerful are you, Sweden? Country... Sweden. 24,000 troops, not nothing. It's about as many as I have. And it's the same as the Papal State has, who I currently don't like anymore. So you know what? Mr. Pope Man, we had a nice alliance and all, but I want you to end that. Sorry, diplomat, you have to come back for a minute. Dissolve this alliance. And then I want to go butter up Sweden, I guess. They're the Bavarian separatists, and I failed to send all my troops over here. I do have some. I do have 14,000. Probably be okay. Yeah, you have cannons, so I'll be flanking you. That should be right. Alright. Yeah. Bavarian separatists, gone. Now, rebels, Schlesian separatists in Vratislav, Moravian peasants in Budojovice. Why? What did I do? So Vratislav. Why do I have peasants rising here? War exhaustion, overextension, autonomy decreased, yes. Must have lost some bonus, maybe. Because obviously I increased autonomy because they were alliance breaking to the Commonwealth again. What happened? You no longer like me. It's just -2 though. Consider the same 1 provinces to be of vital interest. I can just change that. You're still not switched your religion. You're weird, Commonwealth. What province is that? That we consider to be of vital interest? This place? I don't even need that place. Here. You go ahead, Mr. Commonwealth. Still, I should probably improve relations with them at some point when I have a spare diplomat. And Austria is just dying here, so that's kinda good for me. And Nassau is sieging down Hungary. How's your war going, Austria? Not good. Let's look at it from France's side. He actually had 0 war score. Interesting. So they're not just dying. France is just incompetent, as always. Reducing that unrest. Cool. Manpower needs to recover. Nah, you know. Blasphemy Act, not the thing I want, right? No. Let's turn that off. Any cool states? No. And it seems true that the Austrians are not asking for the land back. Must be declared war on Denmark. Denmark is not Sweden. It's Sweden I'm buttering up for that alliance. Who are how far away? Still quite a bit away. Why do you not like me? Not same religion. Come on, you should all be Protestant. Why is nobody becoming Protestant around here? Commonwealth still resisting. Germany is always starting to become the right color. France thoroughly beating some Austrian troops there. Nice. So weird that I like my vassal dying. My vassal. Ally. I never get it into my mind that my allies are not my vassals. I mean, it makes so much sense that they would be my vassals, right? So, forts. Do I want to get rid of forts? This fort here is kinda meh. It's okay against Austria, but there's so many easy ways to go into my land from Austria that I don't love this. Are you a mountain fort? You are in mountains. So maybe I keep you. But I don't keep you up, I don't think. The fort in Liegnitz is in Highlands and in a sort of good position, so I'm gonna keep that. The fort in Prague did a lot of good work here earlier on. It's in farmlands though. I mean, I do have the money, and I do hate not having forts. I'm pretty sure that one of these two forts can go. One's in farmlands, one is grasslands, so that doesn't really matter. How about river crossings? You have river crossings everywhere. Pretty much everywhere also. So I'm gonna keep this and get rid of Mohuk, I think. Frankfurt. Then again, Frankfurt is so good. But Frankfurt does not stop people from walking here. Then again, this doesn't protect Frankfurt either. Maybe I do need these two forts, but need is relative. But I guess I'm gonna keep them anyway. Oh well. That's fine then. No technology, very high on points. Advancement of Merton classes, 10 influences on the burghers. And clergy are more influential too. That reminds me that I probably can do things with our guys here. Could just grab some money from the burghers. Could grab Diplo support, but we have so much Diplo at the moment. Same goes for admin. I can get military support. I do want that. It's gonna make the nobles unhappy once more. But that's okay, I guess. When do these things drop off? 43, 42, you're gonna lose 15, and then 43, you're gonna gain 10. But lose also another 20, so we're fine. Totally fine. No need to worry about that. Question is, can we take 4 years of being at plus... No, not at +6. That would be too much. So I'm just going to demand military support the year and let them take up again. Need every single military point that we can get at the moment. I kind of do want to drill you guys, though. Watch those separatists. And yeah, Austria does not seem to be asking for the land back. That's excellent. I did not add Austria because of that, but it's a useful side effect of having that alliance. And we got a shock pip on our general. That's something at least. Starts being not completely shite. Underhanded rogues in Bohemia. Aggressive expansion, pretty terrible at the moment. New Duke. Oh yes, the Regency ended. I guess that gives us a bunch more military power. That's great. Do I want to switch to the cheaper guy again here? I do have a cheaper... I do not. He died. Okay. I won't then. Pope React. What do you do again? Just missionary strength. I mean, I'm gonna do it. Protect our brethren in Strubina. I definitely want to do that. Who are you allied to? Just Gelre. I'm gonna take the mission, but we're gonna have to wait a while before we can do it because of aggressive expansion. This is definitely too red here. Ugh, I'm greedy. 10% less tax. I was thinking I would get more tax. I would always take the Diplo power, usually. Has to be still be right to take the Diplo power, even though we're close to cap. I'm just gonna spend it on something cool like a gold mine. I mean, who doesn't like putting Diplo power into a gold mine? Where is encourage development? Here. And then do I switch my thingy back? I just might. Religion. I have enough points. I do not currently need the discipline. Definitely need the manpower recovery though. Development cost. And then I go to Gab. I did turn it on here, right? I did. And then get me some production into that gold mine. Very nice. How's your war going, France? You're still at 0. It is your aggressive war, right? Attack against the Palatinate in Lorrainian conquest of Alsace. Oh, so Lorraine here, who is not even a vassal or anything, is winning the war. Okay, interesting. I mean, I don't mind them cutting Austria and the Palatinate down to size. Would like to get rid of even more aggressive expansion, though. Any way we can do that? We already have this guy, we have the other things. Anyway, think about that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel, like my videos, and see you guys next time!